Okay, so there's this quote from Fight Club that says self-improvement is masturbation, and there's a really interesting quote. People have talked a lot about it, commented a lot about it, but I don't know. When I first heard it, I didn't really get like where they were coming from. It sounded like a bit of a weird thing to say, but looking back on it now, I kind of know where they're coming from. I'm going to be honest. I actually think a lot of self-improvement, not even in like I'm not talking about like a delayed gratification way, but just kind of in the moment, like it is fun, it feels good, and that's great if it gives you what you want in life. But I feel like often it just makes you feel good in a way that really, really boil it down, like it's no different to anything else that feels good. It's as good for your life as anything else. Drinking feels good. Socializing feels good. Like, it's just another thing that kind of feels good and should be part of kind of your way to something, but not the only thing. Yeah, and it's funny. I was just looking back on myself recently, like how selective I am with what I'm disciplined to do. It's like I'll be disciplined to go to the gym, which is great, right? I go to the gym even when I really didn't feel like it. But then it kind of stops there, And like, even when I got to the gym, was I really exercising in a way that truly reflects what I want on like a really deep level, or am I just going through the same old routine that I've done for the last year? I don't know, this is kind of a side point, but I just think, like, why do I even want to like build muscle? Like, what's the reason behind that? Like, and I kind of ran a few ideas to myself, but I just felt like really building like lots of muscle is actually quite low down for me. Because I thought to myself, I want to be more. I think it's good if you build muscle because you're more dominant, more like, I don't know, people respect you more, stuff like that, which is nice. But I feel like I get the same thing and more if I was doing martial art, which is something I've wanted to do for ages, and I kind of not done it because I've wanted to commit to bodybuilding. But like, if I could actually use my body in a way to actually overpower someone rather than just, looking good, that surely is better, And to be honest, I just think like my posture is so bad. Like, I've got so many like sort of tight spots on my body, like just kind of muscle cramps. And when I really think about like what would I rather, a good body, like good physique, like a 10 out of 10 physique, or just to not feel like muscle cramps in my chest and my legs, it's probably the latter. And as a result, like what am I doing going to the gym? I need to be doing yoga, I need to be stretching, this kind of thing. And there's just a wider point of like, I'm not even put on this earth just to be like a self-improvement, avatar, and neither are you. And honestly, like, this is kind of sounds a bit bad to say, but when you really boil it down, when it comes to who you are, as a person, like, a lot of it you need to radically accept and realise that really you're not actually gonna improve that much. Like, you're good enough as you are. And I know that's such like a sort of, oh, you can call me a Jeffrey or whatever, but like, I just feel like this constant thing of trying to optimize everything and like just iron out every sort of bad thing of you it's just not great. And I think successful people, they go into what is unique about them, and they use that. You know, they really go with what's unique about them. And Tim Ferriss says this, like, use what's unique about you. It's much easier to capitalize on your strengths. I just kind of think that, like, I don't know, so many self-improvement things that I've thought I need to do, I just now think, like, I just don't really care, you know? And it's just like, God has made me like this, you know? And like, obviously I'm not saying I don't exercise, don't go to the gym, don't strive for something better, but there's got to be a point where you know, and I don't really know where to draw the line, but I think there has to be a point where you kind of go, okay, this is who I am. You know, I'm not going to try and just be an exact carbon copy of everyone else. And it's a terrible thing to realise, to think like, oh, actually, like, I can't just iron out every sort of imperfection I have. You know, I can't dedicate my life to that because I'm only here for a short while, and at some point I've just got to do actual things. And that's the thing, like, all this stuff, you know, cold showers, sauna, you know, meditation, all this stuff, like, it optimizes you to do stuff, but it's not stuff itself, you know? Like, yes, you got to look after yourself if you're starting a business, you know, whatever, but fundamentally, starting, you know, if you want to start a business, just start a business. You know, you don't need to optimize your brain function too much. Like, just get started, you know, and then when you're started, then you can start to optimize things. Yeah, that's what I think, guys. But anyway, thanks for watching. Top link in the description. Check that out if you want. And as always, it's been a pleasure.